Alright, we are in the top 8. I'm up against Bradykin, and this hand's back. So, we're still playing the same deck, because that's how tournaments work. And Bradykin is on Voda Combo, which is kind of like Big Combre, except it excused the... I want to start on Combre banner here, right? I could go Diplocio, but let's just get the Combre banner out. Our influence requirements are pretty easy. But anyway, Voda Combo is kind of like Big Combre, but instead of playing Harsh Rule, it just plays more threats. So, on one hand, we don't have to worry about Harsh Rule. On the other hand, if they set up Vodacon, Temple Speaker, and Mystic Ascendant, we lose the game. Alright, so they get the Desert Marshal this. It means they are using one of their silences on a non-flying unit, which is nice. This hand's pretty threat-light, but it is Obelisk, can prop those up. But they've got, 4 Combre Healer, 4 Night. They have 4 Saras, 4 healers. They have a lot of good blockers. That's going to be... Right. They have the Voice of the Speaker Seek Power combo there, so they get its power with Echo. And we're just drawing more power. I really don't want to use Finest Hour to push this through. And I don't think I'm cool with this trade either. Maybe I am. It's not really going to get any better. I think we're just going to play the patience game. We just don't have enough threats in this hand. The good news is, though, that even when you have heavy power hands like this, at least we have Obelisk, and we can just... The few threats we do find might be enough. If I do find a second Finest Hour, I'll start attacking with this or something, but... Alright, Tinker Overseer is a nice grab. Slam that down. They don't have a Desert Marshal. They can actually triple block this even if they play a Sandstorm Titan. And I'll be forced to use Finest Hour in that way. They also are main decking 2 Protects, which is not good for us if we're trying to silence or whatever their stuff. Alright. I guess they can't... Okay, well, that's pretty good for us. That's better than Titan, because now this isn't grounded. I guess I should have just taken this trade, but I was thinking I eventually wouldn't have to. But they're just going to play other large units anyway. I should have taken this trade. It was pretty silly of me not to, honestly. Because now they're just going to get value out of this voice that they didn't have to. They don't really have a reason to block this. They can just take 3. But they will. Alright. Bradykin will think about it. They're at 26 health. Bradykin has absolutely no reason to block this unit. Like, no reason at all. He's got so much life in the bank. He just has to, he can just race me here. Like, I'm just not winning this game. I need to somehow draw both Seraph and to Protect, in this draw step or something like that. Doesn't... See, now this card's just dead anyways. Yeah, that was poor play by me. This is another tough spot to be in where it's like, it's tempting to vanquish this Iron Thorn, just because it is a must-answer threat. It also lets me swing with Awakened Student here, but it does mean if they find anything else, I might be in trouble. But I think I have to take the aggressive line here. So they can... triple block this, and I think I'd have to let that happen so I can save Finest Hour. Am I okay with trading this for these 2 units? I would lose my power, but I take chump blockers out. This would come to a 3-3. Keeping these at a 4-4 is nice for Owl. I think I'm not going to swing with it. I'd rather trade all 3 of these for this than trade this for 2 of their units. Well, this is pretty dumb, because if I draw power, I'm not going to care about this unit anyways. Yeah, this draw is just kind of putting the clamps on me in terms of, like, do I have any... I don't really have any appealing plays, so I just need to take a bunch of unappealing ones, yeah. We finally have a Vanquish target. They have Vanquish. We get Vanquished. They don't want to block with Mystic Ascendant. They'd rather block this and have it eat the Finest Hour. I don't know how I win this game. Like, if this draw was Seraph, I would say, yeah, I've got a way to win this. Now I think they're just going to draw too many threats and get the job done here. Like, it really... This is going to get out of Finest Hour range. Right here. I drew no silences this game, only one flyer. Yeah, just not great. Not a great draw from the deck. The fact that we can flood like this and still have a shot at winning is kind of the appeal of the deck, but it doesn't pay off if you don't find your payoffs for it. Instead, we just found a bunch of, you know, initiates and kind of nothing else, right? We just... 2 threats the entire game is not going to get it done. So that's a shame, because I feel like our best odds at winning these games are pre-board, actually, before they can bring in their Valkyrie Enforcers. So to give up one of the 2 pre-boarded games is not good. I'm not happy about that, but it is what it is, and we'll just run it back. This is a best of 5, so we don't sideboard until after game 2. So we just send out this challenge. Bradykin will figure it out. There we go. We just go right into game 2. Hopefully I get to play on some good cards. Well, this hand has more threats, but it needs power, and Infinite Hourglass honestly isn't that good in this matchup. So, although the Vanquish is really nice. That was a keepable hand. This hand is a lot worse. Holy God. But I just didn't like keeping a 2-power hand on the play there. With, I guess I still had a 2-drop threat. That was like a keepable hand.
Rule number 1,
I
don't
just
drop
felt
your tools.
like I could do... I don't know. Maybe it's because I lost the last game that I was a little too negative about the potential of that hand. Should have been more positive about it. They're thinking about things. Alright, they're seeking for power. That means I'm just going to Seraph pre-combat here, hide the Finest Hour.
I bring you aid.
I don't know why there's a waiting here. They have a Protect in hand? Alright, that's going to be a pain in the ass to deal with. But that's still valuable information to know. It just sucks. It just sucks that they have Protect. Like, now, do I want to try and push a Seraph through on the ground when they're just going to keep gumming it up? Or do I just try and get the Overseer pressure in? That's tough. Like, Finest Hour is now my best bet at killing a Sandstorm Titan if they have it. What are their... Let's see, they have their Seraphs. I don't know. Taking out a healer here is... How important is that compared to just... I can't ride this Overseer to victory as it stands. Like, that's just too much life to take out. I don't think, like, saving this Finest Hour for if they have Parliament here is the correct line of play. I think I just have to hope I draw more action of some sort. If I get a Obelisk here, both of these can swing through it. Whatever. Doesn't feel good there, but I just have to have faith that I actually draw some action.
I bring you aid.
They're not stuck on power, so that kind of blows. Yeah, we just do the same thing here. This is totally telegraphing Finest Hour, but I don't care. It's damage. Either way, it's damage. I'm just looking to get in damage. Meanwhile, if we do draw power, that means we get our 8th power. So I actually am going to save this initiative with Finest Hour here. They have 5 silences in their deck, I think. Something like that. No, it might just be the 4. They just have the 4 Desert Marshal, so... So we know one card's Protect. We'll pretend it's this one, even though it's random. We just don't know what the other cards are. Okay, Marshall Ironthorn.
You run far enough.
Sure, it's an Awakened Student. So now, if we draw power, we can start activating Seraph. If we don't draw power, we can do something else. Of course, if they just drop a Mystic Ascendant here, we could just get comboed off before we can do anything about it. We just haven't drawn enough flyers. Okay, that is by far my worst draw. I really wish this had been my 3rd Vanquish. I waffled for a while and ended up going with the Combray Healer, and it kind of hurt us real bad here. Oh, jeez. That's just terrible. Alright, we'll go like that, I guess. Although, making this a 2-5 doesn't even matter if they have Desert Marshal, but now they're maybe more encouraged to Desert Marshal this instead of Seraph? I don't know. I could have healed this so I actually had a blocker for these, because right now these are actually going to counter pressure me more. I was just trying to think forward if they actually had Parliament and I get an Obelisk. I don't know. Alright, well, Protect's good and bad. It's good in that it protects my Seraph. It's bad in that it doesn't let me activate Seraph here. Pause here, again, they just have Protect. So, it is what it is. It means if I go to protect this on like an end step, they have something to pop the Aegis at some point.
Think you can escape me?
But because they go that first, they get to do this. And the way their Protect works, they don't have a chance to pop the Aegis with Protect. They just don't have a window of opportunity to do that. Disciple is not what I'm looking for. So now I either need to decide if this is going to make a flyer or a deadly unit. I don't think the deadly unit is relevant here. Once they get enough power, these are just going to ultimate and I'm going to die. So I really just need to kill them before that happens. And I think I'm going to do that by getting as many flyers as possible and maybe taking out the Titan.
Which would you like?
So I'm going to go with the Locust here. Hope they never find a Parliament, and I'm hoping to either find power and just start pooping out dudes or, you know, deal with this. They don't have power in hand. They have... Oh, God, what a dagger. Oh, man, that sucks. Oh, that hurts so much. Alright, depleted power means I can't activate Seraph. That is just... That's just awful. We only had 3 seats left in our deck. Any other power wouldn't have been depleted. They've probably been slow rolling, yeah. And now we just lose the game. Alright, so we're going to go down 0-2. That's brutal. I don't know how I can win from this spot. Yeah. 14? Yeah, there's no... How do I do 14 damage here?
It's written right.
That's odd ordering. Why wouldn't they draw the card first? Alright, well... I'm just, like, dead, but... And now they protect. And... yeah, that's game. So somehow we've got to get the reverse sweep here. And I'm not sure how. How do we win 3 in a row? Alright, let's figure that one out. Alright. Well, we win through flying, for sure. Well, that's just our only option. We're not going to beat them down with Sandstorm Titans and Reality Wardens. So we just got to go full-on beat down all 4 Vanquishes in. Probably none of these Combre Healers. I think I'd rather have Combre Healers and Stand-Togethers and Protects than Combre Healers, honestly. So we just do all of that. All 4 Finest Hours, all the Protects. Do I cut 1 Stand-Together? Or would I rather cut a Protect? It's between these 2 cards. They're going to be bringing in maybe Vanquish, definitely Valkyrie Enforcers. I don't think they're going to go in the Harsh Rule plan, but they could. I just have to make 1 cut here, and it's between really just Protect and Stand Together. Maybe Finest Hour, but I like Finest Hour against their deck. Although they have more stuff gumming up the ground compared to other Combre decks, so it makes Finest Hour a bit more awkward. Because they don't have to actually block with their large units, and sometimes Finest Hour doesn't make the difference. I think it's still more useful than a Protect or a Stand. I'm going to cut the Protect. I think the way we win this is just by going wide and landing a good Stand Together. So there we go. Let's see if we can pull off the reverse sweep. It's going to be hard to win 3 in a row, but they won 2 in a row to get to this spot, and I've certainly won 3 games in a row before. It's just in a Combre versus Combre matchup. That's a tall asking price there. Looks like our streak of good luck did not continue through to today, at least not yet. Yeah, we've had to mulligan every hand. We're on the draw again. Ugh, just rough, just absolutely rough. We mull into a 4-power hand. The game is just not cooperating with us today. Yeah, this is a 5-power hand. We basically need to not draw power for the rest of this game. I really want to be on a get stuck on 5-power aggro draw here, and we draw a 6-power right on cue. So our odds of winning this game are abysmal, just absolutely abysmal. I don't want to be super negative, but it's just the facts. Like, we are a huge dog on turn 2. Wow, and they just have a perfect curve out.
I bring you aid.
Yeah, this is just garbage. It's just garbage. It just is. Like, for us to really have an advantage, okay, they're stuck. That gives us something. That gives us something. I don't even know if I, like, let's see here. If I swing, they put 5 in front of it. So they won't block, but then they're just cracking back. I mean, I've got to clear the board out, especially the Vanquish in hand. Again, I don't really think they have a reason to block, but okay. I also don't know why they wouldn't double block. I guess they're cool with just bouncing. And if I have Finest Hour, yeah, okay, that makes sense. They don't actually care about killing this at the moment. Alright, well, Seraph might just go the distance here. I guess I'll Vanquish it. It feels really bad to use the silence on the Valkenforcer, though. Because I know their hand's all spells. My other option is to silence it and save this Vanquish for the next thing that can keep this at bay. I mean, we've got to play a long game here. They're only on... they're at 23. I guess I can just default into Seraph being the long game. Or I can slow roll the Enforcer. But then if I'm slow rolling the Enforcer, isn't it better to slow roll the Vanquish? Like, jeez. So they were stuck on 3. They had no 2 or 3 drops. So their hand is all 4 drops or better. So I have to make the most of these spells while I have them. So I think we just silence this and stop. Because now if they want to swing with this, that means I can swing with Seraph. Because it doesn't have endurance. Now this is bad against Protect, but they didn't have any pauses, so... Alright, they just do nothing. And I drew another Vank. Alright, well, in that case... They don't have double justice, so now they can choose to either kill Seraph or kill my flyer. But I don't have really much of a choice here. I mean, they've got the inevitability. They've got so much stuff going on in hand. I don't know when I'm going to get my 8th power, and even if I do, they could have silenced Seraph anyways. They had a Desert Marshal. So, alright, they play something that dodges Vanquish. They top deck Seraph there, and of course we draw our 8th power, and we have 0 flyers. Oh my god, can't our draw get any worse? Alright, there's the Parliament, so we'll Vanquish that, and we need to find threats. Alright. I'll save this power for now.
Which would you like?
We at least have 1 flyer, but it's only an 8-turn clock, and they're gonna have stuff to ground it or get in its way. Need to find an obelisk ASAP, and there it is, right on cue. Is there any downside to A spacing other than they get to double block this? Okay, so I'm okay with trading this 5/5 for a 4/4 flyer. Yeah, all right. So we swing with these, but not the 2/5. Let's see. If I swing with the 2/5 though, it either bounces or they double block and they get hit for a ton. I should have swung with this. I should have just A spaced and not overthought this. That was a pretty big mistake. All right, so we get to take out their flyer here. If they do that double block, yeah, I should have just swung with this. There was no downside. The only way they kill it is if they double block it. That was pretty bad. That was stupid. Those are the kind of mistakes that'll get you punished in these kind of games and at this level of play. There's just no reason to not swing with this 2/5. That's going to be big that I didn't swing with this here.
Close your eyes. Listen.
All right, we've got 1 flyer. It's not a super fast clock, but now it is. All right, back-to-back obelisks is good. That's just good. That's just really, really good. Alright, so our bad luck seems to have turned around this game. We flooded until we drew 2 straight obelisks, and yeah, wow, alright. Holy cow, that was I don't know what else we could have top decked twice in a row there to get that kind of result. Woo! So our bad luck turns into good luck, and Xenobelisk bails us out of a rough spot. Marison's Disciple plus Xenobelisk doing work. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next game. Okay, we're down 2-1. It's do or die. If we lose a game, we're out of the tourney. We're on the draw again because RNGesus kind of hates us, except after our last game, he was really just toying with us. But we got 2 flyers, one of which has a silence, although it won't really silence in time what we want it to. I think we got to keep this hand. It's got the most threats we've seen in a hand so far. And the way my mulligans have been, I'd rather try and avoid those at all costs. Again, I think our best hands are the turn 1 initiates, get way ahead kind of hands. Like, this is stupid that this is in my hand. If I had to protect a hold up, I would consider slamming the initiate here, but I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter what I play out here. Let's go with the Overseer. We'll fit this into our curve at some point. Who knows, maybe we'll draw, you know, a good 2-drop next turn, and I can go initiate plus a 2-drop and save the Valkyrie Enforcer Silence. Voice. That's actually not a terrible silence target. And because even if they have Sandstorm Titan, I can swing this into it. I just don't have any other great plays. I really want to save these silences, but yeah. This might be a bit too short-sighted of a play, but if they don't have Parliament or Sandstorm Titan, we're good. And honestly, if they have Parliament, that's really good for us. It's Titan that gets awkward. Yeah, with Parliament, we're still okay here. It means I don't get to play Disciple. Oh. Okay, well, that was good. Actually, I could have saved this for Titan, but I think they played Titan over Parliament there.
Time quickens.
Yeah. I guess it's better to use Finest Hour here, but then I don't get to play my Valkyrie Enforcer anyways. So that's kind of bad. Yeah, now I get punished for that. Ugh, that's rough. So now I have to, like, suicide one of them to kill the Titan? I guess that's what you gotta do. Yeah, alright, they're gonna make me choose. Yeah, we'll still do this then. Hope to find an answer to Titan. Now we get in for 3. Maybe we can just swarm them. Yeah, I should have saved this second one. Do I go for the Locust or do I go for the Scorpion? I think I still go Locust here. Jeez, this is going to be a tough one to close out now. Yeah, I should have really saved this second one. I know I was trying to be efficient with my curve, but I should have... Well, hopefully we just draw Vanquish or another Silence. We still have 6 more. We have 10 cards that deal with this left in our deck. So, you know, 1 in 6 shot, basically. Oh, privilege rank. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Sometimes it's good to be both good and lucky, right? Yeah, we'll play up the signal. I'll let them know I got nothing. I got nothing to hide.
Right here.
Alright, we're all tied up. We're all tied up. Our flyers have shown up. Our vanquishes have been doubled in number. And we're rolling along. One more game to see if we move on or not. We'll just wait for the challenge, or maybe I'll send out the challenge. Let's do it that way. I'll see you in the final decider. Okay, game 5. The one that doesn't decide at all, but decides who gets to go into the next round of the loser's bracket and fear for life there. Alright. We've got some flyers, we've got some vanquishes. Can live with that. Well, I've got a flyer, I guess I should say. I'd rather this get silenced than Tinker Overseer, especially with a Protect in hand, so we'll throw out the Awakened Student here. They don't have a Desert Marshal, even though their picture is a Desert Marshal. They do have a Seraph, though. Okay.
I bring you aid.
And power here is not terrible.
Don't drop your tools.
So, okay. This is a good start for us. Alright. Their pause there means we could have Protect, could have Finest Hour. They don't know. We know they've got plenty of power, though. But I'm going to be able to get pretty aggressive here. Yeah, let's get out the initiate. And we get to hold up Desert Marshal here, too. That's pretty good. Double Vanquish is real nice here. Unless, of course, they have Protect. But, no, that actually means Vanquish is still pretty good. I wish I had an extra flying threat, though. Ooh, I've got to decide if I want to protect this. Like, it's going to get outclassed at some point, but backed up by Double Vanquish, it's pretty good here. So I think we want to conserve it. Like, this can't block it, and anything that can block it gets vanquished unless they get double blocks for it. Alright, well, they found a Combre Healer, so that didn't work out well for us. It worked out better now. So, there's a couple things I could do here. I could actually Finest Hour one of their units and vanquish it, or I could just swing and Finest Hour, and this will live anyways, and that's what we'll do. So, then I just gotta decide if I want to take out the healer or the Seraph. The healer bounces, the Seraph does not, but the Seraph is a threatening late game play, except I have Marshal. So I think it's actually correct to kill the Combre Healer here, because I just don't know what I'm going to draw another power. I just don't know. If I knew for sure I was going to draw power next turn, I would leave the Combre Healer around.
The speaker approaches.
Okay. Am I willing to trade this for Seraph here? Probably. That's about as good as it's gonna get. Unless I just want to silence and, I don't know, hope for what. Because then this becomes a must-silence target. I'd rather just save these silences for other things. Although I've got one Vanquish. And I'm going to play the Enforcer here. I don't think I'd take this trade. Because I can just do this. And then if I draw power, that's good. And if I don't, that's also good. Yeah, we want to vank this one. Five in the air is not quite the clock I want. I actually should have traded this now because I don't have the Vanquish anymore. So now this is going to get outclassed. Yeah, I should have taken this trade. Alright, so I've got to hope this can go the distance. Yeah, I'm just going to silence this now. That's maybe short-sighted, but I don't know. They could draw a flyer at any point, but they could also just make one off of Seraph. I'm going to use this for defense here. We just got to hope these can go the distance. We've already taken down 2 Titans. They've drawn 3 Titans. Okay. Oh, boy. So this is a 6/6. They're at 8. If I ace space, they eat this, eat this, eat this. Yeah, ace spacing is not an option here. I know they might be slow rolling 1 sigil.
You've run.
Yeah, but now they're not going to because they're going to try and get to the Ironthorn activation. Awakened Student, not what we're looking for. Do I want this to trade with... It would just trade with a Seraph. That's just so bad.
Mind over body.
I'm not sure how I'm winning this game, though. Like, that's another sigil and we just lose the game on next turn unless I draw... So now I need to draw Stand Together. But then they have Ironthorn. I need to draw something for this Titan, and we didn't draw it. Yeah, if I drew a removal spell for Titan or a silence for Titan, we win the game here. We don't. So now I just lose? No, I can still win? I think? Depends on how they swing. Right? No, I don't think there's a way I can win.
Judgment has come.
Let's see if I block. Yeah, I think that's going to seal it here, because we even lose out on power. If there was a way I could have, like, had a gotcha there, you know, like Finest Hour crackback or something, but yeah, now they have 5, 10, 15, 18, 18, 19, 20. Just activate this. I can't think of a way I win this game. They were correct to not attack there.
Judgment has come.
Did I waste a removal spell somewhere that I shouldn't have? Man, they just drew 3 Titans. Alright, well, we had a good run of it, but we couldn't quite get there. I'll have to take a look back at that. If there was a spot where I used a removal spell on a unit that I shouldn't have. Did I silenced a Seraph. I feel like I had enough silences to win that game and I wasted one somewhere. Did I only have 2 did I have a Desert Marshal and a... I don't know. We'll have to go back and look at it. But thank you all so much for watching. We made a good run of it, and I'll see you around.